This video tutorial is done on Prosper version 10. This is a continuation video from the exercise after we find the optimal the required gas lift rate to produce 6,000 barrel liquid per day, which we found it well needs 3.65. To continue with the design in Prosper version 10, we go to gas lift design new here, double click, and then you populate the information as given in the exercise. We use entered by user. Design rate is 6,000. Maximum gas available. Despite it says maximum gas available, actually this data required is how much we want to inject for this 6,000 liquid barrel per day, which we found earlier, which is 3.65. Maximum gas during unloading, we put slightly more, 5 million. Usually we don't need this high gas during unloading per valve. Flowing top node pressure, it is given 500. Unloading top node pressure, we use the same, 500. Operating injection pressure is 1,800, and we use the same for the kickoff, 1,800. Please bear in mind that in this case the recommendation is to actually keep some pressure from the maximum. Here we are told that the maximum pressure is 1,900, so in this case I assume that I keep 100 psi to be used in case that we need more pressure to inject more gas rate in our unloading valve. So DP required across the valve. This means the at the orifice, I will leave it at 250. And maximum depth of injection in this exercise, we are told that the injection will be slightly higher than the expected packer depth, which is at 6950, the injection depth. And water cut, we put the steady state water cut, which is 87%. So this is water cut after the walkover. Before the walkover, it was 85%, and after the walkover, we expect it will increase slightly because of the optimization done due to reperforation and zone change. Minimum spacing is 250 feet vertical. I will leave this as it is. It's a good number. And static gradient of load fluid, this is a kill fluid. We put 0.465. And you can get this information from your well engineer or from your well completion engineer. Minimum transfer DP, I will leave it default at 25%. This doesn't matter because we're going to calculate the transfer pressure in the workflow anyway. As safety for closure of last unloading, I will just use 50 psi. And total GOR, I will use what been given at 650. As in the case description. And we're going to use valve type casing sensitive IPO, and we're going to drop that pressure 50 psi for every valve. And we select for valve setting that valve opening pressure, and then we're going to inject at the orifice for the operating point. And then for the dome pressure, if it's above 1200, we need to make the correction, leave it as yes. And valve spacing method, we choose normal. And check rate conformance with IPR, we select no, because in the earlier exercise we have checked this. And then for vertical lift correlation, we choose the one that we use to calibrate our well model. Please be aware that usually Prosper will reset this to Petrov Expert 2 all the time, but you need to make sure that you reselect the representative VLP correlation as you have decided earlier. Use IPR for unloading, say yes. And then for this exercise, we assume that we have in the stock a Chemco valve for R20 normal. You select that, yeah, and then you click. When this is populated, before you click next, just to explain, for the derating for the toy craver for the valve, unloading valve and orifice, it doesn't matter because we're going to estimate the gas throughput using the valve performance correlation. So we click next, and this dialog box will appear, and then you just click design, and Prosper will give you the design result. So now we have the first proposed design from Prosper. When the calculation is done, you click the button results, and then you have this table. What you need to do, you just need to copy this information, because we need to know the depth that Prosper is suggesting with the corresponding valve sizes. It's like the first one 864 and second one 2064, and for the orifice 2264, and the corresponding R value is related to the port size, and what is the dome pressure. So we need this information to go to the next step in the workflow. So what I will do, I will copy this information, say in a piece of paper or in Excel. For this exercise, I have provided you with an Excel file with where all these numbers are already copied. You can copy this step because we need this to enter into the gauge table here in the gauge details. This gauge details is the window where we can enter at any depth, so that it will be included in the calculation for the pressure drop. In this case, we are interested in this step because it is Prosper proposed manual spacing depth. So we just need to round off the number. Oops, 3302 and 6348, and then I name the gas lever from bottom up. So yeah, like so. Gas lever 213, gas lever 313. Click done. So we're done for getting the first design.